Welcome back to Force Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about the ticker DPW, known as AULT Global Holdings right now. So we're going to jump right into this one, do diligence and then technical analysis. So let's go. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and notifications on. So this one here, AULT Global Holdings, here's the quick description of who they are. We are a diversified holding company acquiring undervalued assets in disruptive technologies with a global impact. The holding company model provides a structure to raise, allocate, deploy, manage significant permanent capital. We purchase companies and we believe we can operate more efficiently than incumbent managements. We continue to assess strategic opportunities to improve shareholder value. So they have different companies underneath them, and some, just to name a few, this is just a small collection of, I guess, the major holdings that they have on their website. The first one here is Gresham Power Electronics, and it's based in the UK. Gresham designs and manufactures power conversion distribution equipments for defense, industrial, and commercial, and medical application equipments, and services on virtually all UK Royal Navy submarines and surface fleets. Then you got the Relec. Relec, established in 1978, is an English supplier for power conversion and display technology, products in industrial rail transportation, and emerging electronics markets. I'm assuming this one as well is 100% since they didn't add anything there. Next, Microphase Core. Based in Shelton, CT, Microphase designs, develops, and manufactures advanced radio frequency solutions and millimeter wave and microwave technologies for the US Department of Defense, international defense providers, and aerospace manufacturers. Microphase also delivers customized products and solutions for commercial applications. Their ownership there is 54.56. Next is Interreg Systems in Israel. Based in Israel, Interreg designs, develops, and manufactures military products, solutions, services, including missile defense systems, mission computer products, simulators, command and control systems, and power solutions designed to perform in harsh environments and battlefield conditions. This one here, they have an ownership of 100%. And their website is as respectively here. You get to see Relic. They have different products, different power conversion products, and also display solutions. And then we have the Gresham Power, again, defense, other applications such as medical, industrial, testing laboratories, and rail transportations. And we'll go now towards news and SEC filings, and that will show you more of the rest of their holdings and interests or acquisitions, recent acquisitions. So I tried to go through a presentation. I couldn't find anything useful here for me that is updated. So I'll go on with some of the news as we go forward. So this one here on January 22nd, 2020, January 22nd, 2021, they did put in at the market offering for up to $125 million. And that raises more capital, yada yada, so nothing there to know more than that. AULT Global Holdings reports strongest balance sheet in the company history with $45 million in cash and securities. Well, yeah, they did put in at the market offerings, and their balance sheet is quite jacked. And then next is AULT Global Holdings to resume Bitcoin mining at energy efficient facility with 1,000 S19 Pros NT miners from Bitmain. And this one was on February 1st. And they had acquisition of 617,000 square foot Michigan cloud data center, providing up to 300 megawatts of low cost power. Again, this is related to their 1,000 S19 Pro anti-miners from Bitmain for mining Bitcoin, which is as well massive, and that's why a lot of people are liking it too. Next, the $50 million offering that they did have, and they did, I believe, close it by January 25th, 2021. So that's already done there. Next is, this is relating to, it's actually the same PARF document. Before even going to here, the reorganization of their structure and some of the recent events, I would like to go to recent news first. So digital power lending to provide business loans collateral by Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that one here is to begin about March 10th, 2021, and they would be able to have collaterals using Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the market seems to really love that. Any mentions of Bitcoin or integration of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency usually is approached with an applause from shareholders. DPW Holdings Cool-Size Power Electronics business announces pre-order to residential level 2 electronic vehicle chargers have begun on Amazon. I've seen this one actually a while ago. That was actually also on January 4th, 2021. I still don't know when the delivery dates there would be. They say that their developments are occurring in early 2021. So we're yet to see there. I believe they really got sold out in the first few hours on there. I'm not sure if they have any updates regarding that. AULT Global Holdings sells 9.9% equity interest in Universal Security Instruments Incorporations at $10 per share at open market at a total gross proceeds of almost $2.3 million. And that was filed by the company on January 28th, 2021. Next, AULT Global Holdings, their electronic businesses received a purchase order of 5,000 electric vehicle charging. Yeah, this is the update, as I was mentioning earlier. So they had 5,000. The aggregate price was $1.75 million, and they're developing on that. So that's pretty much cool. I don't see any delivery dates, but at least they have the orders there. And their pre-orders. At the market offerings, we did refer to that. That's $50 million there. And there we go. DPW's holding incorporation's name has changed to AULT Global Holdings, and that occurred on January 19th, 2021. So you'll hear me say DPW. It's the same thing. Milton Todd AULT has been appointed as the executive chairman. William B. Horn has appointed as the CEO of the company and remains vice chairman. Henry Nisser has been appointed as the president of companies and remains in general counsel. Again here, AULT Global achieves milestone raising $165 million in new equity in the last 4 months. That was based on February 23rd, 2021. And some of the things that were going on, including in eliminating of $12 million of debt and a deploying of additional $8 million of cash off its acquisition of Freelick Electronics and the purchase of its cloud enterprise data center in Michigan, the rollout of Coolisize Technology Inc. electric vehicle charger and energy storage system, the build out and expansion of Michigan cloud and enterprise data center, the resumption of Bitcoin mining, leveraging the sustained rise in Bitcoin and low cost of energy at the Michigan facility. Bitcoin miners have been delivered to the facility and are expected to be deployed next week. Expansion of innovative textile technology through funding, manufacturing, and installation of multiplex laser surface enhancement systems by Avalanche International Corp. So that gives you a bit of perspective. I think that kind of covers a lot of it. Next is the appointment of Diligence as its Chief Technology Officer and Director of Global Technology Implementation. Not going to go through that a lot. Again, the strongest balance sheet. We've already gone through that. Selling 9.9% equity interest, they bought 9.91 equity interest in Silver Sun Technology. That was back in February 16th, 2021. Next. They bought acquires 9.96 equity interest in NTN Bus Time. That was on February 18th, 2021. And that kind of covers in a little bit of the recent acquisitions, who they are, etc. Now going on towards the price over book. The price over book over here is around 1074. Again, I don't think this is adjusted because this is on the most recent quarter. A lot of things has happened in this quarter, so it's not really adjusted yet, but usually the market price would be 2 to 3 for the price over book. And then the next thing that I want to cover here is institutional buyers. And for that, you're going to have to go to Fintel, Fintel.io. I'm going to go on to the top over here. I'm going to go with DPW. Now, going on towards institutional buyers, we get to see that in February, there's been a lot of institutional activities, and that is a really good one. So you get to see here on February, Isosa Holdings has around 10% acquisition. AULT Company has around 15%, and that's only in February. Now, in terms of institutional buyers here, you get to see some bigger names like Morgan Stanley having around 700,000. That was on the 16th. Goldman Sachs around almost 50,000 shares. We also go down to BlackRock around 524,000. So definitely we get to see that there is a lot of positions being added on here, and that's something that looks really interesting. Next, we get to see that insider buyers, there has been a bit purchases on the insider buyer side, but they've been from late 2020. And then next thing here is the SEC filing I was just talking about earlier. I was talking about this one earlier. So including the infrastructure down, and so how the map actually works down. So DPW Holdings, going on towards Coolisize Technologies Core. This is more regarding cryptocurrency and mining. Gresham Worldwide, AULT Alliance, LAM, Hospitality, Digital Farms, and It's Like Fashion.com are all under DPW Holdings. And next is they're talking about January 7th. They formed the Coolest Technology Core, CTC, other matters. I don't see anything that wasn't significant that we didn't mention, but there is a good list here. So if you'd like to pause and go ahead and read, you can definitely do so. Anyway, so that kind of covers this. We're going to go now towards technical analysis. If you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe and leave notifications on. It helps my channel a lot more than you can ever think. So on a 1 week perspective, we get to see that the price point 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA. And what we get to see here is things are looking a little bit interesting because it is in the trading action zone between the 493 and the 378. If it does dip below the 378, things become a little bit more ugly. But it is bound for a reversal in this range. Now on the MACD, it says either accumulation or a negative reversal as it attempts to go towards the negative side. However, momentum looks like it's crawling back towards the positive, and that's a really nice thing. Price point is above the 2.750 SMA line. Now on a 2-hour perspective, what we get to see here is that the 30 EMA is above the 10 SMA. Things are looking a little bit sloppy and doesn't tell us much here. So we need to look at a 1-day perspective. 10 SMA is above 30 EMA. Good. 50 SMA is above 200 SMA. It's all right. So the moving averages are bullish, but the price point where it is between the moving averages gives us a little bit of an insight that says the price action currently is bearish. Until it breaks, I would say to $5, it's still bearish. So we're around 80 cents from there. ADX doesn't show us anything. Momentum still negative, around negative 0.83. MACD continues to decline, and this indicates that, hey, be careful. Even though it's oversold, it might just accumulate right here. And that's fine for accumulation. What you need to worry about is levels of support and resistances. For this, the Fibonacci retracements will be a handful in a second. But before doing so, moving average bands is 571 on the top, 519 in the middle, and 467 in the bottom. Now, stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both telling you be careful. Either accumulation or pullback is due. Now, in terms of Fibonacci retracements that I was referring to earlier, you get to see the current support sits at 332 on the Fibonacci retracements. Resistances 477, 595, 713, 880, and 1094. So we need to go ahead as well and draw some of these lines by hand, or by a price line action. Significant resistance, a really strong one at the 441, above there for the 450. Above there, you're looking at 501, 539, 566, 602, 651, 692, and then 706. Now, if we were to go back to, let's say, 3 months to try to find a little bit of lower bounds to go on for that support, I would say a very strong support sits at the 378, 357, 297, going down to 243, and then down to $210, and then down to 169. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, see, for this one here, I think it has a really nice future. The long-term investments would be really nice under this one. Institutional buyers are really enjoying this. Now, trading-wise, it isn't a critical point. It needs to stay above the 358, and I think above the 358, it's a solid trade and it can bounce back up, but institutional buyers seem to be going on towards a longer investment. And it's definitely gone a long way from the reverse splits. Just last year on March, well, I mean last year, 2019, my bad. 2 splits happened on 2019, and things are looking a little bit interesting for the future of this one because it looks like they are making use of the recent jumps, really putting in at the market offerings and equity. Institutionals are liking this one, and they're trying to play Bitcoin and everything they can play, EV and Bitcoin at the same time. So definitely this can bring in a lot of hype and see a higher price point action. Yet it's a little bit risky. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. If you'd like to join our free Discord, please go ahead. It's in the description below. And remember to subscribe. Have a good day.